How are you? Hello. Dawn texted me and she was like, Winnie, where's the live? And I was like, who's going live? What's happening? Who's on first? She's like, you are a dumbass. I was like, oh yeah. Sorry, I'll be back. I don't know if this is going to just stay crooked or what, but ooh. I hope it's not so annoying to you guys, but it is a little cockeyed. Speaking of cockeyed, how are you guys? I haven't been live for a week or two. Let me go to my channel and see your guys' chats. I see them coming through. Hey, Dawn. Is it Pixie? How are you? What are you saying damn about? Yeah, some crazy, I don't know what's going on with me, man. I'm PMSing. That would be a damn miracle. I was watching this live the other night with that girl that I watched that I hate watch, that lady that it's not a handbag lady or anything, but yeah, she was trying to say that something was like incredible or something, and she said immaculate or whatever. And I was like, no, that's not what you were going for, but okay, girl. Yeah. What y'all doing? Oh, hello. This is my is it snowing window, right? You can see the little crack there. I never did buy blinds. Remember I told y'all we were buying blinds? It didn't happen. I need new blinds, don't get me wrong. Hey, Roxy. Hey, girl. Hey, Kathleen. How are you? Dawn, Lisa. I can't wait to get the bleaker. Oh my God, yes. Lisa ordered it. So I'm going to do a video that just will say, I do this a couple times a year anyway. I cannot stop carrying this bag because I went right into the Cube Rogue, which I am still in. But like since that day, it's been a few days since I got in that one. Like I want to say Friday or Saturday, right? I've been like, I really want to get back in that bleaker because it's so freaking cold. Kathleen, you have the crud. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sending you chicken noodle soup through the phone. But last time I ate chicken noodle soup, I got really sick. I got like sick, like the worst sick I've ever been on or off these meds. But yeah, it is a great bag. I can just see Lisa carrying that bag and like loving it. And it looks so like amazing on her, right? Jennifer, hello, girl. How are you guys? Rachel, what's up, girl? How are you? I saw you were on Dawn and Jolie's live. I was there. I guess. Sometimes things are foggy for me if I take my meds and then go into a live, right? But I think I was on the live. Yeah, we were all talking about the snow. You guys got dumped on with snow, right? Most of you guys. It's trying hard to snow. Oh, yeah. I'm sending you love, babe. Sending you hugs, warm hugs. If the live doesn't last and my Wi-Fi craps out because they can't do shit about it, apparently, it's a money grab at this point. They're trying to sell me more equipment. I'm trying to tell them to fix the existing equipment. It's not what they promised. You know, so there's that. So if it craps out, like, I guess I will too. I don't know. I hate to do that to you guys, but like, freaking Wi-Fi has been so... Listen, when I tell you it's bad, it's bad. You can barely watch something or be on your phone. 3 times today, my phone is crapped out. Thankfully, knock wood, girl. This isn't real wood, but we know about real wood. No, yeah, well, it's been horrible since I lived here. Like, since we moved in. It doesn't matter what company we get. Or it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll say this. It doesn't matter if I do like Spectrum, which is what we are zoned for, what area we're in, you know. It doesn't matter what mobile company, Verizon, T-Mobile, or Sprint we have had. I'll say that. And it doesn't matter Wi-Fi, now that we are on the electric companies, what do you call that? The fiber optics. And 4 years since we've lived here, we've had an issue. And I call them, they come out, and every single one of them says, you have a cable leak. And we've just thought, yeah, okay. But now I believe it because it's this house. I don't know if there's something blocking me, if we're in a just horrible location. I don't know what it is. But when I tell you I've had them out here 100 times, that's putting it mildly. They have drilled holes all over the walls in the house to get new connection. They have gone up in my attic. They have gone to the outside. They have gone to the main thing across the street. Now I have fiber optics, which is supposed to be all dug in channel wise. They have gone to the poles. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Cable leak was my answer for like, oh, okay, full of shit. You guys are just telling me something now, but all the different companies tell me that. So like, guys, and there's certain places in my house, like in this corner, like if I scoot too far over into this corner, like to this point of the room, I'll say from here over, and the phone is actually beyond the point where there's no return, what I call the point of no return with my cable or with my Wi-Fi, sorry. And there's a place on my couch, like if you sit in the corner of the room downstairs in the den, so far over with the couch, on the couch or whatever, a bad area, a dead area. It has to be a thing because I feel like the first company, the Spectrum people, were like, oh, okay, yeah, we're just pacifying you now after we've, drilled 1,000 holes in all the walls and ran new cable. They ran new cable and everything. So yeah, it has to be me. It's got to be this home. It has to be the house. It can't be anything else. Like there's no other. I've tried to unearth everything. When I call the fiber company now, they do this thing of like, oh yeah, you need an update. Right. And then they do their miraculous, which, you go offline for a minute. It circles, but you see your Google like, oh, sorry, we're offline. And then it comes back and everything. And they go, oh yeah, you should be okay now. No. Okay. As a realtor who drives around constantly, they're definitely, dead zones. We call it, right. There's one town near me that literally there's nothing. Everyone has to get these special, right. And so now the booster or the spreader is what they're trying to sell me now. And I'm like, it's going to cost me more. But at this point, I'm like, you can't watch a freaking anything. I'll take that back. You can't watch for a solid whatever. And some days are worse than others, right? I guess I don't know if the weather affects it. I'm not sure. But like, yeah, some days it's worse than others. And like, I don't know at this point. I don't know. The same thing was happening for months to me. Yeah, this has been years, girl. The only thing that fixed it was an extender, $20. Okay, so I bought an extender. I bought them twice. Didn't have the right one. And that extender thing, or spreader, as they say, is like $150. So I need to check. Send me a link for that if you don't mind, Dia. Yeah, booster and spreader, like, what? Extender? I don't, like, it's all, like, at first, like, for the first 20 something years that we lived here, because we've lived here since 2003, so I'd say the first 22 and a half years, I thought, this is such bullshit. And now, yeah, thank you, Dia. And now I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's got, like, it's not you, it's me. So yeah, I will say, like I was saying, like, some days are worse than others, and the storm probably did, a number. Yeah, girl, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I haven't gone live with anyone. My internet went out and my cable box got knocked out. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't been able to go live. You know, used to, when I first started doing lives, I did them for a while by myself, and then it was like, oh, you know, Dawn would go on with me a lot. Ed, we were a thing for a while. And then, you know, I would have like different, you know, Jolie came on, Yota has been on with me, like, you know, Dee Dee, Jackie, everybody's, you know, Meredith. One time Winnie went on with me, and that was so fun. So like, yeah, that was a good time. And I used to go live in my purse room, but it's so far away from the box now. Girl, we not getting anybody on live, or yeah, even getting through a live sometimes is, you know, an act of Congress or whatever. Don't get me started on that. But so I hope everybody is okay from the storm. So yeah, that's my cable story again. My woes of the cable. Last week, no ma'am, I couldn't even, like, every time we got on our own phone. Thankfully, work was okay. But when I would try to get on the phone or YouTube on my TV or any, because we do all streaming now, we don't have any cable box or anything, it would do that, yeah, on your, and sometimes it would just say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't, like, huh? It would be like, you're trying to get on your Wi-Fi? That's insane. No. Yeah. It would literally laugh in our face. So, yeah, it's a thing. Year before I went in the chats, I'd put your lives on and see guests on. Yeah. Ed and Dawn. Yeah, and Jill. Like, they've all been, yeah, all been wonderful. I've had nothing but excellent guests. There was one that was kind of crazy that didn't go well, but that wasn't their fault. It was mostly mine. I'll say that. So yeah, there was just one. And then one time I tried to get Devin on, and it made me so angry. My blood was boiling, and it wasn't his fault. It was always me. It's always been me, girl. The call is coming from inside the house. Though it drops, it does come from inside this freaking house. So yeah. Yeah, Dawn, yeah, love. So, and now I love that Dawn and Jolie are live, and they are just naturals at it. Like, they're pure entertainment, and I have such fun until my meds kick in, and then I can't remember shit. But I'm sure that I have fun. You can see me on any chat. Doesn't matter who. I can't believe you drink coffee at night, girl. Doesn't matter who, but you can see the later it gets by what I say in the chats. I'm 100% certain about that. But yeah, Rachel was on. It was a hoot. I've loved all your lives. I mean, there hasn't been a bad one in the bunch. Like, your guys' show is c'est magnifique. And Dawn, I will say this about Dawn, and Jolie too, is that they're both good hosts and co-hosts, right? That's a hard thing. And even, I'll say this about me being on with lives. I don't watch them back historically, but a couple I've had to watch to pull something out of that was a little iffy. So yeah, that I've gotten a comment on, or I've, thought, as mentally saying it, like, oh shit, I should pull that out. That was a little too, And so when I have seen myself on a live, and it's painful to watch. I don't historically watch any of my lives back. I do proof my videos, because if there's something left in there that I need to take out, I don't want to post it, right? And 100% urge anyone who has a channel to do this. I watched a guy the other day, a sneaker channel guy, and he did that thing where he was like, and then coming up, oh shit, okay. And then what we're going to do, and he'd get tongue-tied. And he did that over and over, but he didn't edit the video, and maybe the edits didn't take, and he didn't watch his video. Classic example of not proofing your video before it airs. He didn't, and he left all of his bad edits in, and I felt bad for him. Didn't say anything to him because I'm sure he got informed. But yeah, I will say, like, watching my own self do a live with someone, I'm a little bit too hambone and a little too mic hogging. But I have noticed between Jolie and Dawn, and even when they have a guest, there's just enough right? Banter back and forth. And if I had to critique my own self about being on a live with someone or having my own live with someone, I tend to hog the mic a little too much. And that's, that, I mean, I get to, it happens because I'm a radio gal, and I heard Jackie say this the other night in her live, and it is so true. You don't want the very horrible pauses. You would kind of, we would get in trouble for dead air, we'd call that, or awkward silences. So in radio, I've always tried to fill those silences, and I see that Jackie does that too. But sometimes it's okay to be, yeah, quiet and you read a chat or have silences. But, I come from a world where in my own job for 15 years, I tried to fill every, right? And so there you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I missed you guys so much too. Thank you, Jen. How are you? Jackie, welcome in. Lisa, are you lurking, Jackie? But yeah, thank you for coming on. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I noticed that, if I could critique my own self, I'm just too much. I love listening to talk radio. Yes. Yeah, it is natural to feel the air. Yes. And I feel like I do that a little too much and don't give my guest enough. You know what I mean? I just don't. And it happens. I see it happen. And yeah, apologies for that. But that all of that freaking 15 minutes to say that I notice between, right, Jackie, and it's okay. It's okay. And it's okay to recognize about yourself. I think it's a problem if you don't recognize it, right? If we didn't say, like, hey, I'm a little too chatty, and give the other person a chance. It's just that we have so much shit to say, right? But it is a very hard thing, because I did partner with someone for half of the time that I was on the air. I'll say that half of those years were with a partner, and it is very hard. And he was a professional. I was very new at it when I was in my 20s, of course, when I started, and he had been doing it for 20 years. So by the time I got to be a partner with him, there were times when he would cut the mic off and just turn and glare at me. And it would be him saying, here's what you did. Like, don't do that again, and so it was a learning thing. But I'll say I never got to the point where I was like, I guess I'm just one of those people that likes to hear their own head roar. But yeah, I've noticed on you guys are very good at the banter and the back and forth. And so I do appreciate that. I wish I was a better co-host, but it's very hard. It's very hard. I've seen a few people that it just is, it's not a critique of them. It's just you notice that from doing it. And it's difficult to not want to take over the show and do your own. Right. So anyway, yeah, I always got talks too much. Always on mine too. Right. And I've always wanted to be, oh, thank you, Dawn. I've always wanted to be the center of attention. I mean, that's what my Dr. Phil episode was about. And it's very fitting of my life. I just always have been a ham bone. But I've noticed the older I get, I don't know if you guys do this, but I can recognize these things now. But when I was younger, I just thought it was me trying to be a ham bone and trying to soak up all the, fucking energy in the room and being that bitch, right? That was my own worst critic about myself. But we love your personality. Hey, Sean, thank you. Oh, good. Yeah, Sean, I love you. You're amazing. But yeah, me being a ham bone, and I just for years have always thought like, oh God, I'm starting to get hot now. That's the character flaw in me. But now I notice and I can recognize it. And my daughter being very perceptive, and she's going to be a counselor one day. She's at this point, she only had a year of college, not even a year of college yet. And she's like, she knows like when she can see people on YouTube and she can go, oh, you know what that guy suffers from, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, I've never even heard of that. Explain. But she's very smart, and so she knows that when I am in a public situation, that when I, and it is nervous, no matter if I've done it 100 million times, I still get nervous. Not even just being in front of, being around people, right? Being in a social whatever. And I try to, and I wish I could sit comfortably in a silent, you know what I mean? Just observe other people instead of always having to be like, hi, I'm in the room. What the hell? You know? But yeah. Yeah. I have spoken about the Dr. Phil. It, and here's the thing, yeah, I was really on Dr. Phil. I was a guest on Dr. Phil years ago, years and years ago. 2000, I want to say it taped in 2001. Yes. It taped in 2001, and then it aired 6 months later in 2003, in the very first, or 2002, April 15th, 2002. And the thing, my show was called People Who Have the Need to Be the Center of Attention, or just for short, Center of Attention. And so what's so crazy about that? That was a really nutty, Rachel, no one will ever see the episode, sadly. For some reason, that very first season of Dr. Phil, my kids relentlessly search for it. But he's on several different streaming services, like his whole catalog, except for the first season. So yeah. The Morella, the episode was about, I know. You were, Kaylee? That's so funny. Oh my God. I've had a few people in the area say to me, like, when it happened, like when it aired, not now, obviously, but you did, Dawn? Because I watched every episode until I actually, I'm like, oh, Dr. Phil, you ruined my life. No, I don't know. And I watched all of the, anytime Dr. Phil was on Oprah, but I watched all the Oprahs. That is so hilarious, Dawn. Oh my God, so freaking crazy. But yeah, he does Roku, on the Roku TV, and there's another, what's that? I can see that there's another channel, another streaming service that he's on all of his episodes except for the first season. So everything from season 2 until, is he still on? I don't even freaking know, but yeah. You watched it recently? You saw my episode recently? Holy shit, that is crazy. Yeah, I mean, they play his old episodes on TV all the time. I mean, on services, and yeah. But so hilarious. Yeah, I'd just be walking down the street and people, who didn't know me or had seen the episode would say, hey, were you on? Yeah. And then I got a job like a few years later at a different radio station, and one of the gals that she did the big superstation that was on, she was the morning show host. She's gone on to be very prolific and good, and she's in a major market, I believe now. I think so. I don't know. But she said to me, I watched your episode. I know you already. And I was like, holy shit, that's been like 5 years ago. She's like, yeah, but I'll never forget I watched you. Because she's like, I remember, they put me on the news, the local news here. And I was already on, on radio then, but they put me on. They did an interview. All the TV stations here did interviews with me and said, oh, wow, we got a local whatever going to, stupid. But yeah, insane. I would love to react to it because my own mother, we watched it together, and my mom was like, who's that? Like, that's not you. My own mother was like, that's not you. But, and I'll say this, they tape everything in real time. There's a huge clock on the wall, but like if something needs to be done, so like when they say, when Dr. Phil says, we're going to find out about blah, blah, blah. And we'll be right back after whatever, you know. And they do stop down for a minute to like powder his head, his literal head, because I guess his bald head gets shiny, and he'll say a few things to you. But when they do the vignette, they come to your house. They send two camera guys and a producer to your town and to your house. And I didn't want them to know where I live for some reason, but they did follow me to my actual house. But I did the taping because my stepmom at the time, my dad was still alive then, and my stepmother at the time, she had a really nice, she just lives literally up this hill. I can see her house in the wintertime, but the house that I'm speaking of anyway. And it was such a nice house, and she was a very nice house. She was a very good housekeeper. She was one of those people. And if you are, great, I am not, but like on top of her washer and dryer, like doily set, she never had her stuff out. She never put laundry on it. There was, she wiped off her washer and dryer. She was that person, okay? You could eat off her floors, literally. She was a neat freak, OCD almost to it. And so I just knew her house was going to be the perfect spot. And she had these huge, great, nice windows. And I just thought, oh, if we did it. And so I, asked my dad, could I just film the whole segment at your house? He was like, sure. But it's literally, they follow you from 8 in the morning, like 7, 8 in the morning, until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They follow you everywhere. For 2 damn minutes of tape. For literally 2 minutes of tape. Because I live right outside New York City. I used to go to them, Regis and Kathy Lee. Oh, I loved Regis and Kathy Lee. I don't like Ryan Seacrest. I used to run a show for a syndicated show that he did. I actually lost my radio job to a bunch of the syndicated radio people. So I'm a little bitter. Yeah, I lost my whole career to these assholes. But anyway, and I used to hear the things that Ryan Seacrest and his people would say during the down moments when you're not live, and I just didn't like him. I didn't like him or Billy Bush, either one. I ran both of those shows. And Kid Craddock out of Texas, don't have anything good to say about those people. But yeah, I wouldn't watch. I don't watch regular TV anyway. How you doing? Oh, I love Kathy Lee. I really did. I mean, say what you will about her, but I thought she was entertaining and fun. You watch the Wendy Williams show for all the info. Yeah. Yeah, she was hardcore. She's a radio personality too. Yeah, kid. Whatever. That guy, I mean, I think he's like 5 foot tall. And he literally thinks he's Brad Pitt. I mean, I get the impression. He thinks in his own mind he's Brad Pitt. Is he? Yeah, Ryan Seacrest. Okay, I don't know who does. So Kelly, Bit Killer, Eeyore is what I called her. Yeah, because she's just a bit killer. Kelly Raspberry, sorry. His Kid Craddock's one of his, there's 3 or 4 of them on there with him, but she's literally the Debbie Downer of you ever notice that? I mean, anytime Kid would get a really good thing going and people would be laughing, she would come in and be the wah, wah, like SNL girl. She would, but that's who she was. She would literally be like, well, that restaurant sounds great, but I heard they have E. coli. I mean, she would just be, they'd be just rocking on and having a great time. And she'd be like, well. So she was, they called her Bit Killer, but she kind of was. Okay, so Kelly's husband, Mark. Oh, I didn't know that. That's how much I thought it was Ryan Seacrest. So that's good to know. Yeah, I would watch Kelly and Mark. Maybe I did know that, but just didn't put 2 and 2. I knew that Ryan Seacrest did something on TV. I mean, he does a lot of things on TV. He owns everything, right? But yeah. Yeah, Wendy was definitely a radio gal. And, I used to do a call when I was on radio. We were part of the Hot 97. It's hard to explain. We weren't owned or anything by them, but we were in their affiliate because our what do they call those? I can't even think of it now. Not counselor. I want to say the word counselor, but anyway, one of our guys that, you pay those consultants, sorry. You pay those consultants big money to come in and like make your radio station whatever, and they change everything, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, now radio circles the drain, but you know what I mean, back in the day when it was hot. But I used to have to get on a call every like week, Monday or Tuesday in the afternoon, and I would literally be on there with Angie Martinez and all these like, I never wanted to talk. In the days that I would talk, they would go, like there would be, people in LA, New York, like all Chicago, all the big, right, Atlanta. And here would be me from Podunk, right? Hey, Lucky Lori. Hey, Lori. Hey, hun. And, I think they would break new music. So, it'd be whatever was hot back then. And they'd play it. They go, what do you guys think? They'd play a snippet of it. And they go, what do you guys think? Let me get your all's reaction. What do you guys think of this one? Should we play it? Whatever. And one time I said, I really like this song or something. They were like, everybody got really silent. And they went, who's that? Is anybody, who was that spoke? It was one of those. And I was immediately like, mute. Nobody knew who I was. Like, so crazy. Winnie mixed it up on the radio. Yeah, she did. She was one of the first to, yeah. And anybody that had consultants and record label guys, and I've said this many times, but knew what guy, who P. Diddy was. Radio people knew. Radio knew who people were behind that. Because those guys, he did. They'll act a crazy way, and all the record label people will inevitably tell their shit to other. He did, yeah, but you know what? She got the last laugh on that, right? Yeah, I mean, and she was scared for her life. And no wonder, I mean, I've seen her documentary and stuff, and no wonder that she suffers from all the delusions and all the crazy shit that she went through. Because, like, who knows if some of it isn't warranted? Like, we found out a lot of things about P. Diddy that turned out to be crazy, but actually true. And I'm sure they will uncover all kinds of other stuff, the illegal stuff that he's done. And, man, it seems like, she's crazy like a fox. She knows stuff that we didn't. I mean, back then you would hear her and just think, oh God, Wendy Williams so full of shit. She's just a shock jock, right? Nope. She knows stuff. She did have the hot tip on all that. And I love that she was one that would just be like today, nobody, people get on here and on social media and they just tell everybody's business. But back then it was kind of like, whoa, she's telling that person's like, whoa, holy, yeah. His family has to hear all that now. Like, dang. Well, I don't feel, I mean, his kids, I feel like, yeah. Like, you don't want your kids knowing what's up in the bedroom. Jackie, he did things with women with his son in the room while he was doing stuff. Yeah. So, like, yeah. Pretty bad stuff. Yeah. But he's a horrible person, and that stuff needed to come to light because horrible people need thankfully he didn't get to go on with his escapades, right? Yeah, he made those choices and yeah, had some boundaries, okay, but he didn't have any, so therefore, I hate it for him. I don't hate it for him. I think he deserves everything he's getting. And, I saw a clip on 50. Do y'all follow 50 Cent? He's so great. He hates. Yeah, he should be. Jackie, he's not going to be in jail quite long enough. He needs to be there forever. Like, that shit that he did, unforgivable. He's a horrible person. He deserves everything and more. Yeah, he deserves more than just jail, guys. But 50? Oh my God. 50 put up a thing of his son in a concert somewhere, and he was on the mic going, when I say bad, you say boy, you know, trying to hype up Diddy's label or whatever. He would go, bad, silence, bad, silent. Like, I just thought that was the funniest. Like, dude, your dad is never coming back from this, right? But yeah, he's still in jail, and may he stay in jail and rot there. Horrible person. Horrible person. He roofied people, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on my lives, but he, you know, he essayed so many people and they could not even say yes or no. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg for him, right? Yeah, gross. Very gross. Yep. Yep. But anyway. Yeah, that's my Dr. Phil story. But yeah, if you guys can find it, more power to you. My kids have searched and searched. There is one VCR tape here. And my daughter, when we were cleaning out some stuff, she found it. She went, "This is mine." I go, "Well, good luck playing it. We don't have any VCRs in the house anymore." So yeah, she's like, "I'm tempted to buy one on eBay just so I can hook it up and try." And I'm like, "Okay, girl." Bye, Lisa. Thank you for coming by. I didn't listen to that series of the trial because I didn't want to have my mind right. And once that stuff's in your mind, girl, or if you see it, it's there forever. Everybody says that, Rachel. Oh my gosh. So there's a lot of things that, like, before I went on the show, they prep you and they call you and over and over and over again, and they, you know, want to know what you'll say. They try to get you to break. They try to break you. Like, they call you in your hotel room so many times and say things like, were you traumatized? You can draw your own conclusion, but were you traumatized as a child by being SA'd? Or were you da 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 da? You know, they ask you just the most, and my topic I thought was a fun and a happy, like, funny show topic. I didn't think it was, you know, stemming from my trauma as a child, but whatever. But that's what he wants. He wants you to break down, cry. That makes great TV, and be dramatic and run off the stage or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's what they want. But they did, the producers, not so much Dr. Phil, because that's in real time. But the producers, when they're doing your vignette, they literally stop you down. If you know, it looks so canned because they go, look into the camera and go, Dr. Phil, how can you help me? I need help, you know. And if you don't say it or deliver it the way that the producer thinks will make good TV, they go, okay, hold on. Say it, but look like this, get a tear in your eye, and look concerned, you know? So, yeah, it's not, nothing on TV is, even reality TV is real, guys. You know that, but you guys know that. Maybe, yeah, Dawn says, you know what? He should have been more worried about what his family would think before he did, all he did. But obviously he wasn't, right. He gave 0 Fs. And this is what happens when you F around and then you find out. True, Dawn, I agree 100. Lori, yes. Hey, Marilla, yes. Hey, what was the topic? It was people who have the need to be the center of attention. And how I got on the show, I used to be in this was early 2000s, right? 2000, I think it taped in 2002 and aired in 2003. I want to say that. I think that's what happened. I can't remember it's 2001, 2002, 2002, 2003, but I think 2002 and 2003, I want to say. But back then I used to, as everyone did, get in little chat rooms about handbags, all that shit. Like, I just, I can't remember what my obsession was back then, but I used to literally, when my kids would go to bed, I'd be on, some kind of chat or some kind of whatever. I don't even know. But I pulled up his website when he first started coming on that first season, and I went to the website and it said, "Do you want to be on an episode of Dr. Phil?" Now, mind you, I had tried to be on Oprah several times. I had tried to be on Geraldo several times. I did get on the Sally Jesse Raphael. Do you guys remember her with the red glasses and stuff? On her radio show one time when I was a kid. So I just thought that was a kick. Like I wanted to. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. Aired 2003. Yeah. So yeah, it taped 2002 in November, October, November. Yeah. And then aired April 15th of 2003. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad he was exposed too. Dr. Phil is probably in California enjoying counting his money. Yes, 100%. Is he now? Is he not on now? I don't. This is how I would think he's retired. I mean, he was on forever. He was on for over 20 years, and then including Oprah. I mean, he was on a bunch. But yeah, it was just insane. But I was on there just perusing the website, and maybe I think the ending of the show I was watching one day, and it said like it said something like do you blah 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 blah, and that resonated with me, but it wasn't center of attention. It was something else they were getting ready to film or do another show, or do your friends complain that you talk too much or something like that. So anyway, yeah, I believe that, Dia. I believe all that. Diddy is trash and he deserves everything times 100. Yeah, he does deserve so much more than jail time. He really does. I think he did not get anything that he deserved at all. The tape alone of him kicking and beating up his girlfriend at the time is horrendous. Not to mention all the other things that he did and were proven that he did, and people corroborated that he did. Like, what? If you ever want to know more, if you don't follow Jaguar Wright on YouTube, she's on a lot of different shows and podcasts and stuff, and I've like watched a bunch of her stuff, and she broke a lot of that stuff. She was a rapper back in the day, and she knew and does know, and she says a lot of stuff about Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. She says a lot of stuff about him too, girl. But anyway, yeah, I was on my web. I was on as soon as that aired on Dr. Phil, because I would TiVo everything, and then at night I would watch it, and I'd put the kids to bed, and I would just get on the computer, and Bill would watch whatever on TV, and where I was on the computer, I was right there with him. But anyhow, I was just surfing around one day, and that came on, and I thought, oh my God, yeah. And so I immediately went on the website, and there was all these topics, like all of them were clickable to send them an email. And then I just went down through the list, and I went, ooh, jackpot. Oh, okay. Center of attention. Do you have the need? Yes. And then I just put my email in there. And the next night, our home phone rang. We had a landline back then. And it was some lady, and I thought it was one of my friends. She was like, hey, this is Mary with the Dr. Phil show. How are you? And I went, okay. Who is it? Kathy? Is that you? Laura? Who? Oh, really funny. And she was like, no, this is Mary. I'm really with Dr. Phil. And I was like, what? Yeah. But yeah. Gosh. Oh, I know. You told me that. Yeah, Tupac was, listen. And I think a lot of Diddy's problems was that he was jealous of everybody because he wasn't talented, or he just wasn't as talented as any of the people who did have like Tupac and whatever. Yeah. But yeah, the lady Mary called me. She was a real sweetheart too. And I got to go on the Paramount lot, which was fun. The show, I'll say, I do regret going on the show, and when they get you on, I don't. This is how it used to be because the guys has been 25 years ago or 23 years ago, whatever. But when they get you on the show, they get you there quickly. So they called the next night, right? Yeah, the very next night, and they said, "Would you be?" And I mean, you have to tell them like, yeah, you can't say, "Well, let me think." They're like, "No, we can have a ticket waiting on you, and in 2 days." And so that call took place, and Bill said, "Absolutely not." Of course, we had two kids then. We didn't have Carter then, but we had two small children. I had one that was in at that time in 2002, so Maddie would have been 3 and Taylor was 7 or 8, right? And so, yeah, I had kids, school age, well, one little bitty toddler and then a school age child. And so it would have been hard for me to have taken, Bill and I to have done the trip. So what I did was I got my best friend because they were like, well, we need somebody to go with you, your husband or your mom, family member. And I said, how about my best friend? And so my best friend at the time was like, hell yeah, I'll go, free trip. I mean, it was a free trip. I literally spent $100 or less going to LA and having the time of my life. But yeah, I think he was jealous of Tupac and Biggie's friendship. Yeah, I think so too. I think there were a lot of things at play. But someone who's a narcissist like that and who has all of that unwell going on up here, and as people rise through stardom, it happened to Michael Jackson. I mean, it happens to every big, huge celebrity. Their circle of friends and family gets really, really small, but their hangers on get really, really big and they're yes men. And so everybody is constantly just saying, like, yes, that's a great idea. That's why you see them star in crazy shit because they're just so maniacal, so crazy. They think, oh, yeah, that sounds like a good project. Let me do it. Let me fund it. Classic example, the J-Lo thing. She thought it would be great to do her own freaking story, and that flopped. And now everybody's like, J-Lo's kind of cringe. But, you get told yes, 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 yes by so many people, and no one ever tells you no. There's no ramifications to anything that you do. I think huge mega stars just get consumed by it. And then what are you gonna? I mean, no one ever says like, yeah, man, that's a crazy idea. Don't do that. They just go, yeah. How much do you need? I'll fund that, and so then it just goes. And so no one in his life ever said, after so long, ever said like, you probably shouldn't. Everybody was like, yeah, what time? Insane, insane, insane. Yeah, Kaylee says, yeah, I've heard bad things about him around the time when he was dating J-Lo. Yeah. Yeah, I heard some bad things too, girl. I mean, it's just, but I've heard bad things about tons of celebs, and yeah, especially when you're the boss and CEO, right? Yeah, I mean, who's gonna tell you no? Who's gonna say no? We don't want to. It's it is the very definition of crazy. I mean, like it's like Prince and Michael Jackson, like classic. I heard I believe he was on Arista at that time. I don't remember, but anyway, I heard his label rep told me once um like literally if he gets up and says, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. The sky is literally purple or whatever crazy. People go, even if it wasn't, people go, yeah, you're right. It looks great. Like, yeah, like no one ever said no or challenged him on anything. They just all said, but I mean, he was a crazy musical genius. So we gonna let him slide on his eccentricities or whatever. But did he? How did this happen, guys? How did it happen? I guess when you control a bunch of stuff, he who has all the toys, right? Don't they say that wins or whatever? Money buys you everything. And I was so stunned at his story. I know I keep flip flopping between stories, but I was so stunned by his the last guy, the one that blew the whistle on him. I can't think of his name now, but was on the yacht with him when he was doing that album or whatever, and that was really a freaking genius, a musical genius, that kid. He owed him all this money for doing the whole album for all those months and staying secluded. And yes, he said sometimes he would, pass out and wake up naked next to Diddy, naked in his own bed. Like he knew some shit was going down, but he like didn't know. No, you know what I mean? Yeah, like R. Kelly, yeah. And so, right, yeah, like all this crazy. No one tells you no. But that guy, yeah, he said that Diddy, the billionaire or whatever he was or is, didn't pay him for his services. And he did all kinds of crazy stuff to him. And I think this is all allegedly. Everything that I say in this video, if you don't know, you need to know is alleged. Nothing is facts or anything. This is all just shit in my own mind. I don't know anything about anything. I know nothing for real. It's just us talking like girlfriends. But that guy on the boat, but they even said in one of the documentaries or one of the many shows done about it that they had video of Cuba Gooding Jr., that actor, like trying to come on to that kid that was on the yacht with it. Like, what? That shit runs deep, guys. It runs deep. Did you see the Kevin Hart video with Diddy and Usher? No. I need to look that up. Yeah, so-called genius. Right. It is weird how we let that slide. But yeah. I mean, it's insane, guys. It is insane. But yeah. Justin Bieber, so sad. I don't know. I tend to believe all that stuff. Yeah. I kind of I believe it. But yeah. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, girlfriend. How you doing, bestie? Hope you're doing well. We got over 30 inches of snow. Oh my God. This is nuts. So the snow thing, we were supposed to get not so much snow, but a lot of ice. And thankfully we didn't, but we all kind of felt gypped and cheated because they were just saying snowpocalypse. It's gotta be crazy. So we prepped and, bought food and just did all the things. And then I woke up Sunday. Nothing. It wasn't icy. It wasn't snow. It was as if someone had put a whole shroud over our area. But now to the north of us, all around us, inundated with snow and ice and crazy madness. But in our little neck of the woods, nothing. So yeah. So anyway, I had a thought. I lost my thought. I was going to tell y'all something, but I can't remember what it was about Diddy. But yeah, that's why I was saying like everything I say is just alleged. I did not hear about Kevin. Oh my gosh. What do you think about the GG Supreme Mini Ophelia with the padlock and chain strap? I love it. I love Gucci. Here's the thing about Gucci. Hey, welcome in, LA. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. We did not get hammered with anything. Yesterday it snowed all day, but no accumulation. And so now we're just cold as ice. But I love all Gucci. Like, I love it to pieces. I get a Gucci bag, don't want to carry it. What is that? Why? What does that say about me? I don't understand it. I just don't pick it up the first freaking time. And I think this has happened I've purchased 4 different Gucci bags. All of them. Each and every one of them. I have never put my stuff in one of them and carried it. Insane. I don't know why. But I love to see people carry Gucci. I love to just spend a long time looking through the site on Gucci and like, oh, I really want that. That's my favorite. I really need, and wish listing everything. And then I just won't. I'll be like, nah, I can't do it. You can, Dawn. If I've learned any, I don't know if I've even learned it, but if I'm trying to learn something, it's that you can love things from afar, but you do not have to own them. You know what? If you like Gucci though, LA, I say go for it. Put it on your wish list and go for it. But for me, I can't do it. I know myself well enough to know now. After 4, no, I still have the little, Lori, and welcome in, Lori. I don't know if I said that earlier, but, oh my God, that last haul. Yeah. About knocked my glasses off. I'm so excited about it. But no, that little, I think it's a mini Ophidia or something like that. I have it for sale, but nobody's. I'm still carrying the Rogue Cube, which I got into and I showed on my last video, but I swear to you, girl, I want to get back in the Bleecker, the shearling lambskin black beaker, whatever it is, with the, freaking love that bag. Like, I want to get back in it because it's cold and I feel like, oh yes, it's cozy and I want to get back in it. So yeah, that Rogue, that's what's stopping me too. I love that cube Rogue, and I'm not a Rogue gal, but yeah. I don't know what it is about Gucci either. I'm not really sure. It's like a subliminal thing. It's like, I don't know why my mind won't, but I love Gucci. I love Gucci. I have the Gucci Ace sneakers, which I am crazy about, and I have worn to death. I wore them the whole time that I was in New York. I mean, just couldn't get enough. I wore them for a solid year, without fail. Every time I put some, yeah. I've worn my loafers completely out. I've worn my slides completely out. I have Gucci t-shirts. I love to wear them. I wear the hell out of those Gucci t-shirts. I actually ruined one the other day, the Gucci and North Face. I washed it with something, stupid cha-cha sweater that I haven't worn in years, or sweatshirt. It bled on it, and I can't get the freaking black off of that t-shirt. Thankfully, it didn't ruin anything else in the wash, but, I mean, it did ruin the one expensive t-shirt in the whole damn wash. But, yeah, I love all, I want to say 4 or 5 Gucci t-shirts, and I've loved all of them. I just love wearing them. They're so soft and nice. Yeah, they're ready to wear is really good. And their shoes. I think their shoes, like I'll say I've turned a corner on buying luxury, at least sneakers and shoes. I don't think it's worth the money anymore. I really don't. I just think to make me as happy as I am, I can buy $100 pair of sneakers, or I can, buy a really, really one-to-one rep of sneakers or shoes. I say that every live and video, but I really mean it. I really mean it this time. I mean it. Like, I don't think it's going to happen that you'll catch me buying a luxury pair of sneakers or shoes ever again. Nope. Yeah, done. And, for whatever reason, I just think they don't, like when you buy a bag, like when you get a bag and you've had, I mean, everybody's seen Canal Street bags or Rip bags, even companies that say, hey, I got a one-to-one freaking, whatever. Is my stuff coming out? Okay, there we go. You can get the bag and automatically you can feel it, look at it. You just know, nah, that ain't, it's not one-to-one. It's not a super or whatever. But I'm telling you, they have the shoes figured out. They have them figured out. Same materials, same wear, same soles, same everything, girl. Insole, they have it figured out. But bags, I don't know why they just don't. Maybe I'm not finding the right ones, right? Maybe that's it. But I just really think that, yeah. Rachel says, I love that floral Gucci toe. Eva got one that I really, she sold one time. And what was it, Dawn? It was that one that the blooms or something like that. It was trimmed in, had flowers on it, and it was trimmed in like red, and it was so beautiful. I really wanted that. Hey, Holly, welcome in. Would you trust Mode Sense? Yeah, I have bought from Mode Sense. Yeah, totally legit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you'll find a way better deal because what they do is they source all the markets and overseas and stuff, and they try to find you the best deal. That's why they're, marketing their site as, we'll save you money. So yeah, totally mode sense legit. Yeah. Do not be scared of them. Yeah. Essence, S and Sense, totally legit. Bought several things from there. Yeah, Dawn. Yep. What's that other one that I did? I actually did some marketing for them. They sponsored me a couple times. What the hell was it? Sensor.net. Yeah, they're legit too. So, hey Winnie, what did you do to your hair? Oh, I just got it cut. I got it cut, and that's it. Yeah. He didn't cut as much off of it this time, but what's crazy is I thought he was going to, and so I had scheduled my next appointment for 5 weeks out, so it'll just be long for me. My hair never gets long per se, but it'll be, flock of seagulls by the time I go get my next haircut. But yeah. Oh God, I have the best story for you guys. I have the best friggin' story. Okay. So y'all know, I suppose it is hard to replicate completely. Yeah. I don't think I really don't. If they have it down, it's not something that I'm privy to. I've never seen it, but yeah, they have bad reviews. Everybody has bad reviews on Trustpilot, but I mean, go with your gut on it. Do you know what I mean? I trust eBay. I don't know why, but I trust eBay the most of any of the pre-loveds. Even Fashion File. I like Fashion File, but they're way overpriced. Let's just say it. I mean, they are. The Real, it's hit or miss. I bought some sneakers on there, and I'll tell you, I bought sneakers. And they have a huge selection of sneakers, but their pictures are shit. You cannot tell. Their description will say good, excellent, whatever, and you can get them, and they'll be a shit show. So yeah, yes. So yeah, Mode Sense. Yeah, but go with your gut on it. But I've never had any trouble with Mode Sense. Yeah, I bought a few things off of there. Yeah, Sensor's legit, 100. I have had 3 different items from there, 3 or 4, and I've legit checked all of them, and they all came back. Yeah, I trust Fashion File. Yes, 100%. I don't. Of all of the pre-loved, Fashion File is the gold standard of checking. They go to the nth degree to validate and authenticate. So yeah, I would 100% trust Fashion File, but unless you're getting a really good deal or you have credit money there, you're going to overpay. You just are. I mean, that's my experience. Sometimes, I mean, if you have a trade-in, it makes sense. If you like have not a trade-in, but if you sell them something and put the credit on your account and they give you 10% more, I love doing that because then you feel like you're not paying overpriced or overlist. But yeah, and I watch the sales on Fashion File. I'll heart everything and go back and make sure. Oh, did it go on? And they send you things that say, "Oh, you know what? Somebody's looking at your bag, or somebody's got your bag in their cart, or it's dropped $100, or we're having a big set." So yeah. I mean, the Real hit or miss. And the thing about the Real also is their pictures suck, right? They're just horrible. And you don't know if what you're looking at is what you're actually buying, because sometimes you can see that it's a very nice thing and you're buying another thing, and then they might cancel the sale that happened to Ed. They might have it described as one thing and then pictured as another, so you kind of have to watch because they get screwed up a little bit. They have like a billion items. And I saw a thing the other day, an email, was it today or yesterday? It might have been yesterday, which said, we will buy out your items instantly or something like that. Like, we will go ahead and buy. So that's a new thing. I didn't know they do that. They did that. I knew I had sold something with them before, and you send it there. And the horrible thing about their process is you just agree to it and you send it. And honey, if it don't sell in a week, they drop that price until it does. I mean, they rock bottom you out. So you're only getting, yeah, it's different on everything, but like sneakers, say, you might get half of what you're asking is because you got to split it with them, right? Some things, they'll run a promotion on and say, hey, sell this bag with us and we'll give you 70% or whatever. But yeah, but now they're saying that they will pay you out. Like they'll buy things like Fashion File. Yeah. Oh, do they almost pay nothing? I didn't know. Okay. Damn. Holly, the problem with odors is that they can be very subjective. Yeah. Yeah. I have a very keen sense of smell. I don't know if that will lessen as I get older. My grandmother lost her sense of smell over the years, but man, I can smell something. If my neighbor's fixing, sausage or whatever, I can sniff it out. I mean, I can just, you know what I mean? I have a very keen sense of smell. So, yeah. Mary Beth says, Holly, I too shop at Fashion File and I always call them out about each bag and get more pictures. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's good. Now, I did get a pair of sneakers. Oh God, it's been 6-7 years. It's been a long time ago. But I got a pair of sneakers from them once and I really wanted these and they fit. And they were a Louis Vuitton red Epi pair. And I got them for cheapest, like $70. Well, now I know why. And when I got them, when I opened the box, whoosh, it hit me in the face, a freaking Marlboro Light, man. It was smoky as hell. I mean, the cigarette smoke, it would knock you down. We couldn't even keep them in the house until we mailed them back. But yeah, I said, hey, there's an undisclosed, very bad cigarette smell. You didn't talk. And they were happy. They weren't happy, I guess, but they were okay with taking them back. Solace says, I sold them the real 2 bags and ultimately got $20 for them. Yeah, so they rock bottom you. They like do keep lowering the price. So you're like, hell, I'm gonna owe you money by the time it sells. What the F? Holly says, you can get someone to answer the phone. Oh yeah. Nobody answers the phone anywhere, anytime at all for any big business. It's just not a thing anymore. Nope, you cannot get a person on the phone for nothing. Hey, Colleen, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, I like Fashion File, and I've never thought about that. But yeah, they will send you extra pics and stuff. They'll go find the item, and that's a nice thing. But I don't have any issues except with Rebag. I hate Rebag. They're half-ass fly-by-night. To me, that's my experience. And I have friends who say they swear by Rebag and they love them and they've never been treated badly. And hey, if that's your experience, I get it. So you can get them on the phone. That's awesome. Oh my God. Yeah. And Amazon, it drives me crazy because I really want to speak to someone at Amazon, but now, good luck getting, you used to could call and they'd be like, hey, can I help you? And they're really nice and they always would believe you over whatever, a seller or whatever. But now it's like, no, we'll investigate and get back to you. How about that? It's bots. I always, and I don't want to put this out there, but I always get upset or scared, not upset, but worried and scared that something might happen on my channel and I need YouTube to step in because everybody you've ever seen do a video that had trouble with them, you do. Oh my God, you'll have to tell me your secrets. That's awesome. But yeah, they say that if you have an issue with your channel, that it's really hard to get anyone, that it's pretty much all bots and stuff now. So I'm sure that someone gets de-escalated, but think of the millions and billions of channels and the issues I'm sure that people have. Yeah. I don't know. Holly says, I repurchased the Neverfull BB from Fashion File. Good deal. And it was missing. Oh. Were you okay with that, Holly? Or did you call them back and did they give you the strap? Or did they say, sorry, you got such a good deal. The strap doesn't come with it? Like, now we need to know we're invested. Twitter or X to help with YouTube account. Oh, really? So source them there. Okay, thank you. That's a good tip. I'm not on those, but I would totally get on those if I needed to get something cleared up. Lisa, you back? Okay, girl. Oh, I'm sorry for you. I'll definitely call the VIP line and tell them what happened. Call the salon you bought it from. Damn, that's crazy, guys. Yeah, it'll be sent. Like if it comes from California, if I buy something from Fashion File and it happens to be in California, I'm like, well, shit, I won't get that for another week or two. But if it's in New Jersey or New York or something, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm getting that in 2 days, baby. But yeah, the Real Real is really quick to mail out too. Those shoes I ordered this morning, they've already been, or no, not this morning, yesterday morning. They were immediately, like, I got a shipping notice. Hey, here's your tracking. They're on the way. I'm like, oh, yeah. We'll see, though, because I feel like the pictures, they're just horrible pictures. And I could not tell, like, if they're wear or not. So when I buy a pre-loved sneaker, and sometimes I do to get something that's, they don't call it dead stock. Dead stock's brand new, but like that's vintage old or not produced anymore, just to get the shoe for an affordable price. I will, but I'm very particular about it. I wash them to no end, and 9 times out of 10 I won't wear them. They're just shelf shoes, and I tell Carter that all the time because she's like, Mom, somebody's had those shoes on. I'm like, yeah, I ain't trying to wear them, but I mean, I do. It's a thing for me. I enjoy. I used to do this with bags. I used to enjoy sourcing a bag. Ed is very good at this, and he likes doing it too. Getting a beater and turning it from a beater into a heater. And so I will do that with sneakers. And of course, I take the shoe completely apart. Laces. I have a whole shoelada kit where, I go in and basically, and then I put them in the washer in a wash bag and then wash them too. And then if the sun is out, I will always put them outside on a black surface and let the sun, because the sun has purifying and whitening properties. Ultraviolet lights will lighten up the leather and everything if you have a white pair of sneakers. But yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, a lot of times I replace the insoles. Yeah, girl, I buy those on bulk, in bulk from Amazon. But yeah, I'm not scared of wearing, and then I macroban or whatever, the sanitizing, even after all the washing and everything. So I'm kind of hinky about it, but also if the Real, if I get these sneakers and they're worn to death, I don't want to F's with them. So I'm definitely going to file for a return or whatever and let them know, like, you said these were in really good shape and they're not. So if they're all beat down, I'm not F'ing with them. But I mean, if it's just got a little bit of like, try on where somebody's tried it on, or I don't know, you can see that the bottom, maybe someone's walked around in it one day or something. Like, I'm cool with that. But like, you ain't trying to get somebody's old. I don't know. It kind of geeks me out a little bit, but also I put, gloves on when I take them in. If I know I'm getting a used pair, I'll put gloves on to unbox them. You see me unbox old bags and stuff. I do that with everything. And then, yeah, I'll just take them all apart and scrub them. And yeah, I'll clean the shit out of them. I got one pair the other day and I really wanted to wear them, but I wasn't going to wear them. They had been worn. So I was like, I basically boiled, I basically almost boiled these shoes. But they only made these shoes for like one run. It was one-time drop. They were really sought after, and they're really expensive on the resale market. So yeah, I went with pictures. People will take a picture of a shoe, and it'll be just, oh, it looks great. Or they'll try to clean them up and you'll see them, you'll think, oh, and they'll put them nicely in the box and stuff them. And yeah, girl. I ordered an item from LV on Friday. Oh, your message went away. Damn it. What happened? Sorry. Colleen, they will never leave it if it's signature required. Yeah. They definitely won't, girl. But yeah. Oh, I was going to tell you. So I went in to get my hair cut. Everything circles back. Went in to get my hair cut yesterday, me and Bill. And the time before, last month, I had gone and, you know, those guys in there kind of spur on my sneaker habit. And they're part of the reason I think I see their sneakers and they talk about it. You know, a barbershop it's a barbershop that I go to. And a barbershop's full of men. And, you know, that's one of the things. Barbershops are, you always wear your nicest stuff into a barbershop. Everybody always has on nice kicks and really expensive ones. And so last month I went in there and I was talking to the guys and I literally talked their face off because no one in my real life talks about sneakers, just like handbags. You guys get it, but there's not many people that I can talk to about sneakers. And so when I go in there, I'm so like, oh, wow, this is great. Let me soak in all your young people knowledge and your sneakerhead knowledge, right? And I just literally I could tell, you know, in a conversation, when you're talking to somebody and they sort of turn off, I could tell the one barber that owns the shop with my barber was kind of like, oh, he had already switched, like, lady, leave the shop and stop talking. So I felt bad about it, and it was a thing. And so I tell my daughter when I get in the car, I'm like, oh shit, I did this. And she was like, Mom, you know what we talk about? Like, just calm down. Don't get excited. If they ask you about your sneakers, then you can talk about them, but don't go into all the detail that you normally. So, okay. So I had that in my mind and I went in yesterday and I wasn't going to say anything, but I had on some freaking heat. I had on some really nice ones that dropped last year and hardly nobody got them. And so when I went in, the guy that was getting his haircut before me, like he was the appointment before me, I sat down and he went, oh my God, how did you get those? I love your sneakers. And so that was it. And he was like, I'm a sneakerhead. And I was like, I am too. And we just get like, what about this shoe? Are you going to get this one? Did you get these? Do you have these? What do you think about it? And so it was and he said to me, the guy in his 30s, he said, oh man, it's really been nice talking to you about sneakers because nobody I know really is into sneakers. And he was like, I'm glad you wore those in here today so we could talk. I was like, me too. And I said, well, I feel like when I come in here, I'm always going to wear heat. He goes, yeah, it's a barbershop. You're definitely going to have to do that. So I was like, hell yes. But anyway, I used to have it sent to my office with a secretary would be there all day. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know you could do that. Colleen, that's a shame. Colleen, oh no, you didn't get your package? Holy shit. Did they send it all the way back? Long-time lurker here. Hey, Anita. How are you? Yes, I am. I am getting a bag. So I'm getting, I think there's 3, right? I think there's like a swinger, like, I don't know if they call it a swinger, but like a little, what do they call that one? Nolita? Y'all know, I don't know. Okay. And then, Lori says, I hope you're okay with the sneaker thing I made of you, Winnie. Oh, yeah. Wait, which one? What are you talking about? I'm always okay with any kind of sneaker things, babes. But yeah, Dawn knows the name of them. Which one am I getting, Dawn? The Asher? Oh, you just texted it to me? Okay, I'll have to see. Oh, wait, I've already probably seen it. It might have been something. Look at me embarrassed. I probably saw it and then while I was on my Ambien, sorry. But I'll definitely check out again. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway. Oh. Marla, I read your message and thought you I see that all the time, Dawn. The Asher, which has a shoulder strap, which y'all know I'm into, which is, it's kind of an east-west, but I'm going to be okay with that. But the other one, the Ashton or whatever, has these little pockets, and I picked it up the other day when I was in the outlet, and it was teeny tiny, but I think the other one's small too. I don't think they made any great big bags, at least not that they're dropping right now or tomorrow or whenever. I don't know. I do not know. The Asher, yes. So yeah, here's the thing. I'm getting the Asher because I think it's a little bit bigger, and y'all know I'm doing bigger bags and the shoulder thing, and I might get this one and be like, hell yeah, I can't stop carrying. So what are you guys getting? Are you guys into the denim? Because that's supposed to be a big deal. The denim drop on it. And what else? Do you remember did you guys watch my last video? Okay. Hey, Janet, welcome back, babe. And I was telling y'all my scent of the day was Fragments. Are you talking about the sneaker? The Marilla? They're dropping. Fragment is dropping a sneaker with Union in February. I'm definitely wanting to get it. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the other day when I was talking about the Daisy in the blue bottle, the Murakami and Daisy, Marc Jacobs, I sprayed it on, and it was like it just has a note of ink. This does too, and this is Kevin Murphy Tender Loving Care hand cream, and it's old. It's a couple years old, so I don't even know if they make this anymore. But it has a note of ink pen to me too. So whatever's in the Daisy, it's also in this, and I love it. I'm all the way here for it. Most Coach are small for no reason. Right! I love me some Coach. I have to see it in person. Yeah, I feel you. But girl, I cannot wait. But I think Bill said we could go back to the outlet, but it drops during the week, and I really can't go up there. Well, really, okay. Going to the outlet for me means driving through the mountains either way. And in this weather, I'm not about to try it, because while we at the base of the mountains didn't get much, best believe those mountains are snow covered, honey, and I got to drive right through the mountains to get to one. So it's kind of a bad time for the drop. I mean, but what can you do? But yeah, I wanted to go and check it out. Yeah, they do have, I think they're, especially at the outlet, they're of the like mind that like, oh, everybody's still loving them tiny bags. Yeah, we did, but we kind of switching out. Like, y'all got to keep up with us, man. Have you seen the Coach Ramadan? I think that's the name. Blue Line was released overseas. No, but I want to now. Anita, I'm a pen sniffer. Oh, I love the smell of ink. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. Smelly markers. Yeah. Oh, those? I love them. I love them. The Magic Marker brand. It was literally called Magic Marker. And it was black. And it was a big, thick-tipped one. I could see them in my mind's eye. Can y'all see them from the 70s? And it had like a blue foil on each end on the Magic Marker label. Yeah, those were the best smelling markers, girl. Yeah, I'll be like, I love the smell of markers. I have 3 of the quilted tabby 26s. Okay, girl, and I love them, but I find the inside, yeah. And the tabbies for whatever reason, but I did see somebody unbox a tabby. Oh, it was Dee Bean. That red one that she got, that really cute red one from, I think it was the retail side. It didn't have no divider in the middle. I was kind of like, holy shit, yeah, I'm all the way here for that too. Blythe Bags, hello! You didn't get an alert. Oh God, no, you're not too late. I'm gonna get off here in a minute, but like, I'm glad you came in, girl. Watch us in the replay though. We talked about everything under the sun except for handbags. Yeah. I buy the ones that say they are tote bags, works for me. I also have some squarish bags. I love a square tote. I love a square tote, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't. Nope. I know. I'm a weirdo. I used to smell paste and when they would do a ditto sheet and hand it right out from the, we'd all go, oh God, yes. Give me that. Love it. Holly, I am still in the Rogue. I don't have it in here. I left it downstairs, but yeah, yesterday I brought it up here and put it over here, but I don't have it, or I'd go grab it. But yeah, and it'd be kind of wet. But yeah, I'm in the Rogue Cube today. Yeah. Becca from Louis Vuitton texted me yesterday. I love you, Becca, if you're watching. And she had a little pochette bag that she was asking me if I, was into. And of course I was into it, but I can't do it right now, guys. I just cannot do it. Those prices, they have totally priced me out. I say that, and then, I'll end up getting another, another bag. Oh, work shit high. Yeah. LA, thank you. I'm so glad you came in. I'm so glad you're here. I returned that one and regret it every day. Holly says, when I was teaching, Dawn says, I got to use that machine and enjoy all the smells. Love it. Yeah, that cube, girl. But I didn't like the, Jackie, did you like the shiny leather? I hated it. I did not love that. Yeah, dividers really do divide up a bag. I think that's one reason that I don't love the Pochette Matisse as much as I do from afar. Like, we can love it from afar, but I've had 3 or 4 of them and I've had 4. Yeah, I carried them a few times, but yeah. Okay, yeah, Dawn. Okay, girl. Definitely, I got you. Yeah, the shiny leather did not do it for me, but it is a whole new ball game in the smooth leather. It just really is for some freaking reason. It's just it's a different bag. And mine sags in the middle, and I don't know if it's meant to, but I love that. I freaking love it because the handles will kind of come in a little bit. It's square like this, and then the handles kind of do that, and they can go down to the side too. I'm gone. I'm all the way gone. That bag is amazing. Yeah, Barella, I love it. I freaking love it. And it holds all the stuff that I had in the bleaker, and I had that bleaker filled up. Everything that went in that huge bleaker went down into that cube. And I still have room. I could put more stuff in there. Holly, I wonder if they will release widely. Yeah. If you find a maple one, yes. On the cube, okay, yes. Because I don't know what happened on that. I never saw it come out on the resale. I mean, I never saw it come out like for sale. But I will say I'm not somebody that checks Coach daily. I have lately because I do a lot of posting on their stuff. But historically, I'm not somebody that goes on there and peruses around. So I have missed several great things that dropped, in the past year or so that I wish like the little tiny kiss locks. Did not catch those. Yeah. Oh, you did? Holly, oh my God. Did you get the shiny one or the flat or the, regular Caskin? Because, man, it's a whole new ball game. Okay, so they never relisted it. Holy shit. So you kind of had to catch it in a store. Oh my gosh, that's crazy for people like me who don't really have a store. See, we don't even have one in Knoxville anymore. I mean, all of the department stores sell it, but an actual Coach retail store, I don't have one. I don't have one anywhere near me. Asheville doesn't have one, or Knoxville. So those are my closest places. I guess Nashville or Chattanooga or something, or maybe I'd have to drive clear up to Lexington or somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have one. Or Charlotte. I could go to Charlotte quicker than anything. Yeah, I'm just 3.5 hours from Charlotte. It was the website? You ordered it? Oh my God, yeah. It must have just like hit it and then gone. But yeah, Coach road trip. I'm down. Me and my bestie LA, we'll get a wild hair and plan a little trip. Yeah, we went to Nashville last year and met up with Nikki from Somehow Adulting. I'm getting stuffy. It's neither here nor there. It happens every night. But yeah, my little buddy, little Nikki from what's it called? Somehow Adulting. She lives down there. And we met up in a really cute restaurant, in a really nice restaurant, and ate. And it was just adorable. She was just adorable. So yeah, we enjoyed the hell out. I mean, we just went overnight. You know, we just drove down there, and then we went shopping that day, and then we came back the next day, and we just hit all the hot spots. We just had the best time. I have a tiny Coach boutique. Anita says in the mall next to Dillard's. Okay, and Dillard's carries more than them. Yeah, right. If I had went to Dillard's with LA in a few weeks ago in Asheville, I would have never seen that bleaker, and it would have never been on my radar. But girl, I am so glad I did, because that's the best bag I've gotten in a while. That's a good bag. That and the cube are so freaking good. And I bet the newspaper print will be too. And doesn't it give you guys like Dior vibes? The newspaper, it is, right? It just gives the Dior vibes. I mean, whether they did that consciously, I'm sure they did, or not. But hello, $5,000 or 200. I mean, I'm gonna take that 200 all day. Yeah, Dawn. Yeah, I'm fine driving, but I know you have some limit. Oh, girl. Yeah. Yeah, and I will drive with Leanne. She has a really super nice car. She's a nice Mercedes. And also, and it's Lux as hell. And also, she's a really good driver. And I trust her in like heavy traffic, anything. She never misses a beat. She's really careful, and she's just a good driver. She's a really good driver. So yeah, if Leanne's taking me somewhere, I'm cool with that. Or John's a great driver too. Ed, Don, you guys drive well. You drive good. Problem with Bill's a good driver, but he's somebody's, hello, blah, 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 you know, work. And I'm like, work. I'm like, hand me the phone. I don't know how he does it when I'm not with him. But I even bought him one of those things, put on his dash so he could control it. He's still, or he gets to a red light and the first thing, and I'm like, you're just at a red light, go. Yeah, it drives me nuts. I don't like it. There's outlets in Pottstown. I have a Coach in either direction, 25 miles. Oh, you're so lucky. One way and 8 miles the other. Oh my God, you're so lucky. I would be there all the time. They would hate me. They'd be like, oh God, this bitch coming in again. But yeah, I've gotten on the mailing list of a couple of essays from the outlet. So, and I just sold a bag to one of the little gals that works in Asheville at our outlet, and she is a sweetheart. She is a doll face. She bought my pink Coach Kiss Lock. Finally. It is very illegal to be on the phone in Tennessee. I think it is in every state. It really is. And I'm always like, are you correct? Give me your... It's insane. It is insane. And I am not a phone, I can barely drive fully concentrating on what I'm doing. There's no way in hell I would drive very far with my, I will answer the phone, but I'll put it on speaker and lay it down. But I'm not a phone gal while I'm driving. Hell no. Which no one should be, really, guys. That's a ticket for a disaster. Miss Kathy, hello. How are you? I live in between a Coach outlet and Coach boutique. There are 2 other outlets in my county. Yeah, you live in the hubbub of things. Most of you do. Most of you guys live in the hubbub. I live out in the sticks, and there's nothing here. My state, you will get a ticket if you text. Yeah. Yeah, you should. Yes, you should. I shouldn't have told that on Bill, but it's true. He does do that, and it drives me insane. It drives Carter insane. Carter's not one either. Like, we teach our kids, if you have to put your phone in your back seat, I don't give a damn what you do, but do not be on that phone while you're driving. And I bought Carter a heads-up display for her car. Her car didn't have one, but I bought her one so that she doesn't have to at least change her playlist on her phone, because she's, an aux cable gal. She listens to her, whatever on her phone, not her radio or whatever. And so I bought her a thing where she could do it, right there. Yeah. You do, yeah. Yeah, right. My car does that too. Yeah, it'll connect. So I don't, I'll say that I don't really do that, but when you get in the car, my phone does pop up and say, "Do you want to join the network or whatever my phone's called, my car's called." But I just don't do it because I just don't. I'm not a phone and driver gal. He won't. I bought him these, and these are the remember these? They marketed these as like hearing aids too, and they really are good. You can put them on, and I can literally hear a pin drop across the room, like across the house, really. And he won't. I use them more than he does. So, yeah. Is your country governed by a Catholic school? Oh, Grace, that's extreme. I went to Catholic school and we had a demerit system for doing a misdeed. I bet. I'll bet. Yeah. Yeah, he won't. And it's the, you know what he could do, like my old car would do this thing where you would join it and you can do like, "Hey Siri, send a text," or "Hey Siri, play my last." I shouldn't say it because it'll activate my Siri, but I don't know why he doesn't even do that because his phone will do that. It'll say, he could just say, "Hey Siri, read my last text from so and so," or "Send this text." You know what I mean? But we're old school, so I guess he's just kind of like, "Oh, I'm set in my ways." But yeah, I wish he would. But I tell him when he leaves for work every single day, he gives me a kiss. He tells me he loves me. I tell him I love him. Have a good day. And I yell at him as his back is going down the steps. "Do not be on your phone while you're driving today." Yeah. There's some new law in my state that it's an automatic ticket for 11 miles per hour over speed limit, installing cameras everywhere, I guess. I haven't, ugh. My second grade teacher sister, Margaret Louise, terrified me. Oh my gosh, all of my elementary school, they were just old school, no matter if they were nuns or not. I had one who, in the 5th grade, who forbid all us girls from wearing red nail polish. I guess a couple girls had come in with red nail polish, and she, in no uncertain terms, told us that that was the color for whores. Yes. I think her name was Miss Ritchie. She's long gone now. She was old then. And so, yeah, and lipstick. She didn't, we were 5th grade. And then one day, she'd heard one of us say GD. And she came back from recess and made us all quiet down. And she said, in no uncertain terms, she was like, "I heard one of you take the Lord's name in vain. And do you know what you're doing when you're telling God to damn someone? You are damning them to hellfire damnation." I will never forget it. I can hear it just as if it is happening right now. Yeah. That literally, and she was one of those teachers that you did something wrong and she would the back of your hand with a ruler. She was very old school. She did not play. We did not love her. Could not wait to get a younger teacher the next year. But yeah, Mrs. Ritchie was her name. Yeah, I had another older lady named Mrs. Peaks. I loved her. I thought she was great. But yeah, yeah, she was something. Sister Mary scared me. And I was the parent. Oh my God, hilarious. Kathleen, there are also policemen on bikes driving past looking into cars to see if people are, oh, that's wild. There was some horrific, yeah, it just takes 1 second. Like I said, I cannot drive historically paying full attention. Like I have a hard time. So I can imagine if I were to take my focus from the road to this phone. No, ma'am. So he's gotten better about it. He's gotten better about it. Like I said, he'll pick it up at red lights, or if someone's texting him and he happens to see who it is, he'll call them and be like, "Hey," which is to me much better than, you know. And you can see people. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but especially on the little 2-lane roads, you can see someone texting and start coming up, and that is the most scary thing in the world. And you know that they're on their phone, and what are you yelling? "Get off your freaking phone!" But yeah, Try having teachers get away with that these days. Oh, they'd go to jail. But she literally, I mean, I didn't go tell my mom or anything. I just was like, okay, guess we're not going to say those words or paint. I have to this day, I never, of course, I don't paint my nails, but on the few times that I have, I don't know, it's something in my mind tells me not to paint my nails red. Yeah, and she hated if you had dirty fingernails, especially if you were a girl, and if you let your nail polish, if you had a little bit of pink nail polish on or something and you let it chip off, she hated that too. She was a big, like, "Oh, just don't wear it if you're not going to keep it up or whatever." We know we all yell, "Get off your freaking phone!" But they can't hear us. They cannot hear us. Exactly. Hey, Beth. Welcome in. Oh my God, it's 8:35. I know Bill's like, "Get off your live. I want to come to bed." My little Frankie. Oh my God, he's been a pip today. He's been wild as shit. He's been a little shit. He bites when you're walking, he'll bite the back of your pants leg or your shoe or something. I don't know why it is. That's his playful. That's like, "Hey, Mom, I want to play." Hey, people on the phone in the car, not hands-free. Right. I mean, Dawn, where you live too, you can't get away with that for long. Hey, Paula. Yeah, I think Paula, you and Beth live in the same town because I've sent both of you mail before and it's to the same zip code or town or something. I've noticed that. You guys live in the same city, I'm sure. Yeah. I did not know whether to cry or tell him to F off. Oh my God. I hate it when I'm in the crosswalk with green lights. I have the right of way. They try to run me. They try to run me over. Oh my God, Kathleen. I grew up in California state law to yield. Yeah, it's that way everywhere, right? Or if it's not, I mean, it should be. Worst place to ever be a pedestrian. Well, not so much now, but in the past is Vegas. My cousin would tell me all the time, and I did walk out in front of traffic one time. Thank God they stopped on Fremont. You know, there's a little place on Fremont. You'll be looking up at all of the crazy madness and just walk it because there's an actual road that goes in the middle of Fremont, like cross street, and there's no crosswalk anything. I mean, there's crosswalk, but there's no like. And I just literally walked in and my cousin was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Holy shit!" She was, "You know how many people die here every single day stepping off a curb in Las Vegas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I believe it, man." But now they've built those, over the road crosswalks and stuff, or big bridges and stuff where you can walk all over down there, which was smart. They needed to do that, but yeah, there's a lot of things goes on. Try being oh shit, Morella, no. I'm sure you don't know what's going where, or who's doing what. Yeah. LA was a trip, Well, when we went to Dr. Phil, LA is a freaking trip. I drove in LA traffic too. My one of our record reps picked us up and took us out to eat one night to the Palm, and that was nice. But he had a brand new Mercedes, baby blue. Oh God, it was freaking nice. He just got it too. And he goes, "You want to drive?" And I was like, "Don't ask me. I'll do it." And I did. And I was turning left on I think it was on Sunset. I don't remember, but I turned left into traffic and I didn't have an arrow. I was on green and all the traffic was green. He went, "Oh my God." I was like, "Your car will pick up and go. Don't be scared." But it was scary. I was thinking I should have named my new kitty Frankie after Frank Sinatra. Yeah, but he's Tony Soprano for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I bet it is scary, but yeah. Oh, God. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to skedaddle and take my sinus meds. Obviously, I need them. Kathleen says, "I almost got hit in Paris. Someone held me back." Oh, my God. Yeah. I forgot they drive the opposite way. Oh my gosh, I cannot. We went underneath the road. Oh my God. That is so scary. Yeah. I just hold on to Bill when we're traveling. Of course we haven't gone anywhere in a long, long time, but yeah, I always just, especially through airports. And you know what I can't stand in an airport? especially Atlanta, is the 5-story freaking escalators that go straight freaking up. Don't they disorient you and make you feel like you're falling? Like, I always feel like when I'm on, like, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, there's just like this. It just feels like you're standing like this. You're going up freaking, I don't know, 100 flights of stairs all at once. Yeah, I hate those. I hate them. Paris drives on our side. Paris does? Okay. Oh my God. That is so crazy. Atlanta is such a, yeah, it really is. I'd rather fly out of Charlotte. Charlotte is still a huge airport, but for some reason it's more spread out and it doesn't feel as crowded. But yeah, I like Charlotte much, much better. But yeah, everywhere here, because, we're in the South, so every hub, it doesn't matter where you fly out of, unless you drive to Charlotte or Atlanta, right? But you have to connect in Atlanta. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I guess you can map your flight to go to Charlotte or somewhere else, but yeah, most of the hubs go right to freaking stupid Atlanta. It's horrible. I got COVID in Atlanta. I'm convinced. I'm convinced that's where we got COVID because we had a huge layover coming back from Philly, from Dawn's that year, and I'm convinced. Yeah, yeah, Atlanta is the worst by far. It's just horrible. It just really is. Yeah. Oh, it was in 1978. Yeah. So lots changed, but still, that is very scary. And I could see how it, because I walked right out because I wasn't paying attention in Vegas, and I walked right out, and, thankfully the cars stopped for me, but it's just an even, like, if you've ever been to Fremont, you know that like you're watching all that stuff that's on the overhead, all the crazy things, and then people zip line now through there, right? So I was just paying attention to everything else and not even thinking there was a road there because I didn't hear a lot of traffic, and I just was so engulfed in the atmosphere and the people and the whatever that I just there's no curb, so I didn't really like, it's just an even, yeah. Yeah, we got COVID on the way home from your house, and I really think it was because we weren't around anybody in Philly. I mean, on the plane, obviously, but and it could have been on the plane, but we, when I tell you that freaking waiting area, the where you sat to get your next flight, they moved it 3 or 4 times, was packed to the gills. Like, you were sitting on top of people, and a few times we'd go get a drink or go to the bathroom and come back, and there wouldn't be anywhere to sit. Like, we were sitting on the floor and walking around. Yeah. So, I mean, we were on top of people. So yeah, I'm 100% sure it was, it was, yeah. So very scary, very, very scary. So anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, I like my hair like this. I like what he did. It's very puffy, but he left a little length on it this time. I like it all sticking up. There's one like really obvious point right here that I need to, but I like it. And I feel like he cut a lot of my gray off. I didn't get it colored. I don't get colored. And he's a barber. Well, you can see it right here. You can see my white, right? And I have really bad patches of white when it grows right here. Oh yeah, you can see some of my gray right here, but yeah, it looks a little darker than it was, but trust me, it's not. Oh yeah, you can see it up here too. Oh, Kathy. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I just love my hair short, girl. I'm never gonna be. I'm never gonna let it grow. Oh, what was so funny? I went to my doctor appointment last week because everybody's like, "You need to go back to your gyno. You need," and I haven't been since 2014. I had a full hysterectomy, everything, in 2011. So, yeah. Anyway, because everybody said you should go back to gyno, so I did. Thank you, LA. Thank you, Dia. I went back to my OB, and of course, a new one. And she was on her little, they bring the little iPads or whatever, and they're on their little ta 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 ta. doing your chart and all that. And my doctor said, wow, you haven't been here in a while. And I was like, nope, I haven't. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dia. Kathleen said, I just turned 68. White hair is growing in. It's still brown. Okay, girl. I guess, yeah. I'm not coloring it, though. I'm definitely not coloring it. But anyway, she was like, oh my gosh, you haven't been here in a while. Like, wow, it's been a long time. And I was like, yeah, I just feel like everybody, says I need to check up. She goes, yeah, it's good to check in. She goes, I'll do a full breast exam. And I'm thinking, well, I get a full mammogram every year, but okay, I guess, right? And they wouldn't give me a pap because, I'd had a full histo, and I guess they do it if you haven't. And she said, I would have to charge you. And I'm like, what are we going up there to smear? Yeah, right. Kathleen, thank you. Right. Yeah, you don't need it. Yeah. And my sister's the same way. She had hers before me, and she said, yeah. Her gyno told her the same thing. Like, you can come in if you want to, but like you can get your mammos done for your breast exam, and is there anything going on down there, let me know, But yeah. Yeah, they do get in there and look. Everything's good. Okay, great. But she did say when she looked at my picture, they take your picture at all your doctors, right? They say, oh, stand back. They take the little webcam there and they take a picture. She had the picture from, it had to be 2008 or 9. Because I had long hair. That was the last time I had long hair was when Carter was born. And I mean, I had full, like down to here. And she went, I love your hair. And I was like, wow, okay, thank you. And she goes, looks like you've lost some weight. How much weight have you lost? And she goes, well, I'll tell you why I'm asking. Here's your old picture. And she turned it around and showed it to me. And I was like, holy shit, who is that? And that was all the convincing I need to never grow my hair out again. Oh, did you? Yeah. Get that rescheduled. Mine's in February. Yeah. They look in your old vagine. Yeah, they did. And she did. And that was, everything's good. But she did tell me to use my estrogen cream a little more. So, yeah, those of you who are young, you got so much to look forward to. And I said, well, I'm only using it like when I need it. And she goes, no, go ahead. Kathleen, right? Yeah, we're not, I still occasionally. But yeah. Today was not a good day to drive around. I feel you. Yeah, girl. So you canceled Tony's appointment till next week. That's good. Yeah, people, this is how I know that there's no snow in my area is because I live on this busy road. And when I can hear, and you can probably hear them too on the video, but when I hear them back and forth, I already know we got nothing over here. I don't want to go back to the gyno, right? Don't. I still have the bits, but they haven't been used since your boyfriend had a stroke. Oh man, 6.5 years ago. I'm not planning on using them again. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, I was torn about it because some people were like, yeah, you really need to go. And then, I talked to some people who'd be like, I don't know where you're going. And so I was just like, yeah. And the people that urged me to go the most were the people that worked in the office when I would take Carter in there for her visits, and so, yeah. So there we go. Carter has PCOS, so we have to go. And yeah, I get mammograms every month. Every 6 months, 6 year stage. Oh, wow. I'm so glad you're a survivor. Yes, Kathleen. Awesome. Yeah, I did ask my primary and she wanted to do it. It's the craziest thing. My actual real doctor, she's like, I asked her, I said, do you think I should get a pap? And she's like, yeah, it wouldn't hurt. You want me to go ahead and do one? I'll step out. And I was like, no, because we're friends. And I'm like, hell to the no. I know you too well. We're not going down this road. You've seen a lot of me, but you haven't seen all of me. And some of that needs to stay a mystery. So, but yeah, I did ask her. And she was all for it. She was like, yeah, sure. They're all in the same network, obviously. So, but yeah, but mine said, if you want to come back next year, you can. She's like, we'll never tell you no. But she's like, mainly, I'll check your do a breast exam for you. And I was thinking, no, I get mammos every year. I don't need that. So, while she was very sweet and we had a great conversation and she was adorable, I probably, yeah, unless I really have to have something done. My sister-in-law is an OBGYN and I want to tell her anything. Oh, really? Oh, surgery, chemo, and radiation. Wow, gosh. Lost all your hair. Yeah, Dawn went through similar, much less. Okay, tell her anything. Right. Would you, exactly, because you know her, she's your sister-in-law, and you don't want to like, okay, get in here. No. But yeah, she was fine with it. She was actually fine with it. But I probably won't. Unless I have some issues, I probably won't go back. Because my primary is the one that gives me any of the medications that I need, my estrogen stuff or whatever. Plus, she's a pain in your ass. Blind the facts. I love that. Same surgery, chemo, and radiation, and yep, curls too. Yep. Kathleen, thanks surgery. Oh, okay. Yeah, girl. Yeah. All day long. I've had such a nice time talking to you guys tonight. We've discussed everything. We've worked it all out, I think. We've worked it all out. I've told you several stories that, may or may not have been entertaining, but I do appreciate you guys putting up with me and coming by. Yeah, bag of the day is my Rogue Cube. Sneaker of the day is my Travis Scott, which I freaking love. It's the most comfortable shoe in the world. Do I recommend it? I recommend it, but it's costly. So here's what I recommend. On the 31st, Nike is dropping the reverse colorway of this with the regular swoosh like this for $140. Sounds like a lot, but it's insanely comfortable, and I totally recommend this shoe. I don't recommend the Travis Scott one because it's too costly, but I love the look of this. Olive is, I think, for a while been a big thing, and I think people are into the olive, so there we go. There we go. So there you go. You should charge for therapy. I should get therapy. What are you talking about, Kathleen? I need it. Kathy, I hope you do watching the replay. I've had a good time. I wasn't going to go live until Dawn said, where's the live? And I was like, holy shit. Yep, here we go. We're going live. So I'm glad that Dawn reminded me. I have a video coming up tomorrow. I think it is a new item that I got that is Chanel. And so I will be discussing Chanel in tomorrow's video, should you want to join me. No sponsors, so there won't be all that bullshit you can do. No, I feel like people give me crap sometimes about it. Yeah, 140 is reasonable. And if you're like me, well, I know what size you wear, Kathy, so no. But if you are a 8.5 or below in women's, you can buy the kids size for 120. Just an FYI. I was on a veterinary web thing on eye emergencies. Oh, we're doing the Chanel tomorrow? Cool. Me and you both? All right, girl. Link me. I'll link you. Give me your link. I won't have mine up till probably 5 or 6 because I haven't done any of the recording or anything, so I have to do it tomorrow. But yeah, I will shout you out, girl. I'll put you in my comments or my descriptions. But yeah. Oh, and Kathy, if you haven't tried these, try these on one day. Because I know you run and you walk a lot and you really do need a good shoe for that. Vomero. It's Vomero. Nike makes this shoe called Vomero Plus. It's like walking on a goddamn cloud. It really gives you some height too. But man, it's like walking on a freaking cloud. I had them on earlier today, just walking around the house, and I just was like so springy and so like, oh, I need to walk. But anyway, yes, tomorrow, me and Dawn doing a video on Chanel. I don't like the Hoka shoes. I think I'm very particular about, because I'm kind of flat-footed. So the Hoka's kind of, and the Brooks too, for whatever reason, they give my foot a little bit of too much arch, I want to say. Yeah, so I'm not a fan, but my bestie, LA, she loves a Hoka. You used to use Vomeras. They've changed them. They've got the Plus. Yes. Try the Vomero Plus. Just try them on in the store one day. I mean, it's just like the road is literally coming up to meet you on a cloud. It's that intense. Like, it's so good. And Nike is also making a new shoe called the Mind, Mind, which has these little nodes, and they swear that it gives you a connection like mind and foot, and it's like opens all the pathways and connections of the, I don't know. But yeah, I use heel cups for shoes that don't have to have a lot of drop. Okay, I feel you. Yeah, you should try them though. Like if you're, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people love the Hokas, and my friend LA loves. Vinso Ace is very comfy. Okay, I got you. And somebody said the Ons, which I think they refer to them as On Cloud, but the actual name of it is just ON. Those are supposed to be like a really insanely comfortable shoe now. So yeah, you bought from a thrift store. It didn't have arch support. I feel you. And then, like I said, like I'll buy a thrift shoe, but if it's dogged out, I'm kind of hinky about it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of like a little, I don't know, I'm a little like sketch about it, you know? Like that might be a shelf shoe just to see on my shelf and not be wear. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Thanks, and have a great rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.